back to the channel. My name's Stephanie with Chubby Girl in the World, and today I wanted to do something a little bit different. Not really a makeup video, not really a clothing video, but just something that I think I'm going to start on my series called Monday Masked Confessions. So it's just going to be you, me, a face mask, and some confessions I have about my life, about who I am. Some of them are funny, some of them are more serious, and some of them are just weird and odd. So I have 5 today. So I'm gonna put on a face mask, and if you want to pause the video and go get your face mask and put it on with me, then do that. So I'll wait. So my first confession that most people are kind of surprised is that I always put on my face mask with a brush. It is clean. Most people are surprised that I don't like spicy food, like at all. Like I'm not that kind of Mexican, and people are always surprised because I grew up in California and I am Hispanic, and so people always expect that I'll like really spicy salsa or stuff like that, and I don't enjoy it. It's not like fun for me. It's like I don't have a good time with spicy food. And you know, I know a lot of people are like they're like, you're not a real Mexican because you don't like spicy food. I mean, they're obviously joking. Like that's not how you know, I am Mexican American, so like no one can take that away from me, no matter how sensitive my tummy is. But growing up Hispanic, I did grow up with a lot of like different kinds of food, and so that was fun. Like like I said, I am a vegan. Like I did a whole, if you want to see more on that, you can watch the whole video about like why I went vegan and like just my thoughts on the whole process. And so but like getting vegan Mexican food was a little bit difficult when we first moved here, but it's easier and easier every year. And like I live in Portland, Oregon, so it's like the most vegan friendly place in the world, and I really love vegan tamales. Like I love tamales so much. I think I'm gonna make jackfruit tamales for the new year, and I'm excited to share them with people. But yeah, so I don't like spicy food. So if there's ever like a trivia thing about me, you all know I don't like spicy food. Number 2, I complained about how expensive Natasha Denona and like Marc Jacobs and like luxury makeup is, but I go and buy $6 cups of coffee. Yeah, I know. So if I literally just didn't do that, I don't know if you've ever heard of this thing called the latte factor, but basically if you add up all of the money you spend on like random stuff like cups of coffee or lattes or whatever, and you add it up over a year, it's easily a $129, $200 Natasha Denona palette. And like I really want one, and I want the Lila palette, but I just can't justify spending $129 on the eyeshadow palette, especially when I have like similar colors. Like they're probably not gonna match the performance in any way of a Natasha Denona palette, but they, like, for me, it's like I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not even a beauty guru. I'm just somebody who likes makeup and who likes talking about it. And like the whole reason I started my channel was to find people to talk about like plus size fashion and beauty and other stuff with. So I'm done putting on a face mask now, so now I'm just going to talk to you while it dries, and it's going to be interesting because it's going to be a little bit harder to talk as this dries. If you were wondering, I am using the Freeman Purifying Avocado and Oatmeal Clay Mask. I actually really like this for like a once a week, like kind of deep cleansing. It really, to me, it feels nice. But yeah, I don't think that the shadows I currently have would compare to like a Natasha Denona palette as far as quality and performance. But for me, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not somebody who requires, like, I'm not on set and like, I don't have, my eyeshadow doesn't have to hold up for, 20 hours at a time, or like, I'm not going underwater with it at all. Like, it's pretty colors I put on my face that I like. And so the stuff that I currently have is fine. So, number 3. One time, I farted so loudly in a Target, and I let my husband completely take the blame for it. So, I was holding it in so bad because I didn't want to do it. And we were at Target, and I just like let one rip, and then I rounded the corner, and like there were people coming around the corner, and my poor husband was stuck in the aisle, and they totally thought it was him, and it was hilarious, and I feel bad, but I regret nothing. I regret nothing. Number 4, one time at Sephora, I helped a woman asked me about my eyeshadow, and like I followed her around the store for 20 minutes and like helped her pick things out, and like I thought I had made a new friend. I was like so excited for someone to talk to about makeup and like clothes and other stuff, and we were just talking. And then like 20 minutes in, I realized that she thought I worked there. I had accidentally worn all black to the store, and I mean I didn't have like one of those apron things on, which I feel like should have been a giveaway that I didn't work there, but like she asked me questions and then I answered them, and I just kept going. Like I just kept going, and like she was asking me, well, what would you recommend over this or that? And I was like, well, I haven't used that one, but I've heard X, Y, and Z, because like I watch so much beauty YouTube. So I watch way more beauty YouTube than I watch fashion YouTube, because most fashion YouTube isn't about like, there's not a lot of plus size channels, and I'm just kind of surprised that there aren't more, but like I really like Glitter and Lasers, Learning to be Fearless. There's a lot of other people. You can see who I'm subscribed to, but I consume a lot more beauty YouTube than I do plus size fashion, because there's just more of it. And I'm surprised that there isn't more plus size fashion content, because especially in the US, I think it's something like 60% of American women are a size like 14 and above. So that's kind of strange that there's not more people in this space. And I think it's because people are afraid of like the trolling or the hatred or like backlash or whatever for people who are not super thin. And it's like I'm not even a small channel. I'm like a micro channel. Like nobody knows who I am. But even then, like I've gotten a couple of people on my Instagram that are like, "Oh, you're fat," and I'm like, "Yeah, my handle's at chubbygirlintheworld _official. Like I know what I look like. Like, but I don't care. There's like so many. Like fat to me isn't a bad word. It's not an insult. It's just a descriptor. And so it's like I have fat, like every other human in the world, but whatever. But yeah, one time I was mistaken for a Sephora employee, and yeah, so that was interesting. That was a nice side tangent though. Number 5, I have a mini heart attack every time the cashier runs my cart, even though I know I have money in the bank. Because when I'm older now, so I'm 34. So I don't like I don't have the same issues that I did when I was much younger. But when you just have no money and you're in college and you're have to pay your rent yourself, and you don't have like a partner to help you or anything like that. But even now, as an adult, like as a grown adult who makes money and like pays all their bills and does all that stuff, I have a mini heart attack every single time a cashier runs my cart, because I'm always afraid that something is going to go wrong. Something is going to happen. And so I always carry like multiple cards with me, and which is dangerous, but you shouldn't carry like all your credit cards at once. But I just have a mini heart attack. I'm like, I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but like in your ramen days when you just didn't have any money and you'd forget about a bill coming out and you'd be at the grocery store like trying to buy more ramen and they're like, your card's declined, and then like being so embarrassed. I think it happened to me like maybe twice in my entire life, but just that like bad experience and flashbacks make me insane. Like it's just insane the amount of brain space that takes up in my mind. Like, oh my god. Or even if I'm trying to like use a digital coupon or use Apple Pay or something and it's like not working right away, I like, even if I can't bring up like a coupon or something on my phone, if I think it's taking too long and people are getting upset with me, then I will just like be like, forget it, just move on, because I don't ever want to be the problem. But that's probably not good. I feel like most of my life has been spent trying to take up less space, because I think a lot of us, especially women, are socialized to believe that like our needs don't come before the group's needs, and sometimes that can be a good survival mechanism. Sometimes that can be good, you're a team player and things like that, but at the same time, sometimes it can be to your own detriment, because you might need to put your needs before the groups in some situations, because you just can't let yourself, you can't keep denying yourself what you actually need. And I think that it's important to kind of balance that out and realize like, well, it's okay for me to take up space. It's okay for me to express myself. It's okay for me to be upset. It's okay for me to be angry. And yeah, those are my thoughts, and it's my Monday night confessions. It's Sunday for me, it's Monday for you. But let me know if you want to do this as a live stream and do Monday night mass confessions, and we can kind of all just do this together. And maybe it could be sort of like a download of the week where maybe it could be like a safe space where like we come, put on our masks, do some self-care, kind of talk about serious and maybe not so serious issues, and do that. I would love to, someone had said that they wanted to virtually hang out, and I would love to do like live streams on Sunday nights and do like mass, do the mass and do whatever other level of self-care that you want to do. It doesn't have to be that. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in down in the comments, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much, lovelies, for hanging out with me and listening to me and just being generally an awesome community. Thanks so much, and have an amazing night. Bye!